Hey everyone, it's Ev, and as you can see, I'm not in running attire, and that is because I'm taking a rest day today to also focus on my schoolwork. It is the second to last week of school, and as many of you know, grades are due. Schoolwork is due. And I'm an AP Lit, and this is like my final project. She's looking a little rough. I started it yesterday, so obviously I have a lot to work on. So while I am painting this, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit just about things on my mind, because I've been painting for the last hour, and I've been thinking, and I thought maybe, it's great to talk to someone. This is my desk right now. It's a catastrophe. On a side note, look at this. Oops. Look at this flower that I did in ceramics. Hold on. Especially hang it up on my wall. When I came home the other day, it was broken, so I hot glued it. Where is it? Yeah, right here. You can see. Wait, yeah, it's the hot glue right there. But yeah, this is my cute little lotus. So, amongst the catastrophe of my current living situation and lifestyle, while I was painting, I was really reflecting on my life, because I feel like most people, when they're painting, they're really thinking of, either you're not thinking or you're thinking a lot. For me, whenever I do art, I'm usually really in my head and just, yeah. Anyways, whilst I was in my head, I was thinking about how I don't take the time. Like with painting and stuff, I feel like most things that I do, and it's not necessarily intentional, because, I don't know, I feel like most teenagers, especially people that are high achieving, they don't take their time to enjoy life, right? Because there's so many obligations and expectations and standards on them, right? But also their energy is divided up into many areas like sports, school, jobs, extracurriculars, that they don't take the time to just enjoy life. So, right, I'm reminiscing. Well, not necessarily, reminiscing on my life. I'm thinking about the times that I wish that I could have took to just live in the moment. And just, yeah. I wish that I had more patience, because things like painting, you have to have a lot of patience. But when you're someone that's used to rushing through everything, you're like, okay, I really need the end product now. Because like right now, I really hate my project. So this is what I have so far, and I really hate it, okay? And I have to fill in these. But like, I really hate my project, because it's not going to look like what it's going to look like at the end, because the final product, I'm going to have so many hours put into it, and energy, and all the materials, everything combined. Everything's going to be put together. Right now, we're at baby steps, right? We're still making everything. And it's so hard to be patient, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I need the final product already. And I'm getting discouraged, because it's like, And I think this philosophy, I could apply this to running, right? And I feel like many people can agree, where you need a lot of patience to see results, okay? To get progression, right, you need to put in the time, you put in the effort, and the only way to progress is to show up consistently and go out and work hard. But when you are working hard every day, you're not going to see the results automatically, right? It's over time. And a lot of people get discouraged, and one of those people being me, myself. First year ever running. This summer, I started picking up running, and just like running all the time. I felt so discouraged, because I put so much work in. I would run every day, and I wasn't getting the times that I wanted. I didn't go into my first cross country race with the time that I wanted, and I was so upset with myself, because it's like, I put work into this. Why am I not getting the result, right? But we just have to be patient with ourselves. But additionally, trust ourselves. And I think that's also something that many people many teenagers lack. They lack trust and the work that they put into themselves, the effort that they put into things. They have so much self-doubt. And I think it's because, one, comparison. You see people doing better than you. You're like, dang it, they're doing so much better than me. But, like, everyone has a different life, right? I have different things to come home to than the person next door to me. The person next door to me has different things that they come home to, that they have to put their energy into. We all have different lives and different problems and different work lives or life balances, all those things that contribute to who we are. And it's really hard to compare oneself to another when we're all different. So, as much as everyone compares themselves to each other, because nobody can lie and say they don't, because it's true. I can look at Tiffany and be like, dang, Tiffany has a 4.0, while I have a 3.9, but I know that Tiffany, she goes home and works on her schoolwork for 2 hours every day. I don't. I have I do sports, Tiffany doesn't, We compare ourselves and we're like, dang, we should work harder. We should do better. We should do this. Think about, Tiffany may be working hard in this one thing, but you're also working hard in this other thing that you may be you know what I mean? Like, comparison is a thief of joy. And there's no reason to compare yourself, because there's always something that you're good at. There's always something that you're better at, but also, I don't know, like, what I like to think is that one person will always, like, some people will say that this is a toxic philosophy of mine, but never compare yourself, because there's always going to be someone better. There's always going to be someone worse, Like, I may be doing really good in this area, and I'm comparing myself to other people, but there's always going to be someone better. Even if you are the best in your school, there's always going to be someone better. And it's like, don't compare yourself, because there's so many people out there that are doing better than you, but there's so many people out there doing worse than you, So instead of labeling it as better or worse, just think of it as it is, You worked hard to get where you got. You have some advantages, you have some disadvantages. Some other person may have more advantages than disadvantages, and some other person reversed. We need to stop comparing ourselves and just, like, take our time and relax.